everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline and you're watching Novel Inc. Today I'm here to share my BookTubeAthon TBR with you guys. If you were not already aware, the BookTubeAthon is a readathon that happens annually at the end of summer, and this year it's happening from July 30th through August 5th. I will be participating. I have participated in BookTubeAthon actually every single year that it has existed. I think it started in 2014, but I've been participating since the first year, and every single year I have somehow managed to complete the challenge of reading 7 books within the span of the week. This year, however, that might change because the week that the BookTubeAthon is being held this year is quite a busy one for me. I have some school stuff going on. I'm working, and I'm also going to visit my parents for a couple days that week, so I'll be staying at their house. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm gonna try my best, but I'm not gonna put too much pressure on myself. All of that aside, let's get into the reading challenges and the books that I have chosen to meet those challenges. All right, so challenge number 1 is to let a coin toss decide your first read. So for this, I've selected 2 arcs that are on my TBR pile. During the month of August, actually, I'm gonna be participating in Arc August, reading almost entirely arcs that month, so I thought I'd get a head start on that by putting one of my physical arcs into my BookTubeAthon TBR. So I've chosen 2 that my coin toss will decide which one that I will read. The first one is When We Caught Fire by Anna Godberson. This is a YA historical fiction set in 1871 during the Great Fire of Chicago, and this comes out in October. This will be heads. And then for Tales, we have Mammoth by Jill Bagachinsky. I'm so looking forward to reading this one. This comes out in either October or November. The book and Goodreads say different dates, so I'm not really sure, but it comes out this fall. And this is about a teen girl who is a paleontologist and a plus-size fashion blogger. So 2 very different books, but 2 books I'm really excited to read. This will be heads, this will be tails. Let's flip a coin. All right, I have a US quarter here. So let's see how we do. All right, caught it. All right, coin says heads, so that means I'm going to be reading When We Caught Fire. Challenge number 2 is to read a book about something that you want to do. I had a really tough time finding books on my TBR that fit this challenge. So I've decided to go with kind of an odd choice, but I've chosen Still Lives by Maria Hummel. This came out a couple months ago. It was my book of the month choice a couple months ago, and I still haven't read it. This story revolves around an art museum and a new exhibit that they're launching, and then the artist has like gone missing. But I chose this one because the main character works in an art museum, and I would love to work in a museum one day. I also tend to find that like mysteries and thrillers are really quick reads for me, so I hope this one is as fast-paced as I am anticipating it to be. I'm excited to read this. Challenge number 3 is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. You guys might not know this about me. I hate, for the most part, movies and TV. Really never watch movies because I just don't like movies. I know that's weird. I just don't like them. So I'm doing this challenge a little bit differently. For this, I'm going to read The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily Danforth. I bought this in a Kindle deal a couple weeks ago, and the film adaptation of this is coming out in I think August. So I'm gonna read the book now, and then when the film comes out I will absolutely go see it because it's a story about a queer girl. I've heard really good things about this book. I still can't believe that I have not yet read it because I feel like I've read like all of the queer girl YA. So I'm excited to finally read Miseducation of Cameron Post because it's such a queer women classic in YA literature. So that's what I'm doing for this challenge. Challenge 4 is to read a book with green on the cover, and I have chosen a book with green on the cover and the word green in the title, and that is Snot Girl Volume 1, Green Hair Don't Care. I've been wanting to start this series for a while, so I thought that this fit this challenge perfectly. That segues nicely into the next challenge, which is to read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. Now, this challenge I think is pretty stupid, I'm gonna be honest, and I think there have been a lot of good discussions about why making challenges about how people read is pretty ableist and tends to just exclude people and doesn't really take everyone's reading lives into account, so I'm not a fan of challenges about how people should read, but what the hell, I'll just do it. I've chosen Snot Girl Volume 2, California Screamin' for this, so I really hope that I like the first one because I'm planning to read both the first and the second during this readathon. And the hat that I'm gonna wear I actually got at a Penguin Random House event when I was at Book Expo. It's from Doubleday Books, and it says Books Before Bros because the second to last challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine, and for this I've chosen a book that's been on my TBR for quite a while, and that is Written in the Stars by Aisha Syed. As you can see, the spine has like an extension of the cover design on it, and I think it's really beautiful. This story follows a Pakistani American girl who falls in love with a boy, and her parents are livid because they have always planned on arranging a marriage for her. So they ship Nyla off to Pakistan as like a punishment for her falling in love with this boy against their wishes. I am so excited to read this. I actually have owned this since the launch event. Like, I attended Aisha Syed's launch party for this book in like 2015, and I still haven't read it. I've heard that the Muslim representation in this book is fantastic. Also, just a fun like aside about this book and the launch party. I remember so vividly being at the launch party and, you know, like hanging out with my friends, and the bookshop made an announcement like, oh, you know, we're here to celebrate the launch of Aisha Syed's debut novel, Written in the Stars, blah, blah, blah. And they started talking about upcoming events, and they were like, yeah, you guys, you know, make sure to come out in a couple months. We'll be hosting the launch party of debut author Becky Albertalli's debut novel, Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda. And everyone in the room was just like, okay, whatever. But obviously now I look back and I'm like, we had no idea what was about to happen and how Simon was about to like take over our lives and our hearts. Anyway, I'm reading Written in the Stars for Read a Book with a Beautiful Spine challenge. Last challenge is the classic BookTubeAthon challenge, which is to read 7 books in 7 days. I have mentioned 6 books so far that are on my TBR, and so I just like to leave that last spot open for whatever strikes my mood. It will probably be like an e-arc or an ebook or an audiobook, just because I like to switch up the format of my reading during any given period of time, because it just kind of helps me prevent burnout. Plus I'll be traveling for part of the week, so it'll be nice to have some kind of a digital book that's not too clunky to carry around. With that, that completes my BookTubeAthon TBR. I would love to know what you guys are reading. If you've made a TBR video, link me to it down below, or just let me know. I would love to watch it. Let me know if you're participating. I am planning on making some videos. Daily vlogs are just not gonna happen this year, but I'm hoping to post a couple videos over the course of the week in the spirit of BookTubeAthon. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Find my social media links down below so we can be friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye.